just ain't no let's go. We don't break the news, we just break the news down.
It's most definitely Scope Gang or No Gang or Don't Bang. Hey, we're gonna stay real over here, man. Big Scope Gang. Salute to everybody watching this video. Make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. I do live streams all the time.
It's Scope Gang or No Gang or Don't Bang. Salute to everybody. Hold on.
Man, salute to everybody in the building, gang. Salute, man. Salute, gang. I had one more thing I was looking for, gang. You know what I mean? We got special guests in the building tonight, gang. We most definitely finna break down some of this Karmelo Anthony, the case, the appeal, the future for Karmelo Anthony. We most definitely finna get into it, gang. Y'all know I got the, you know what I mean? I got some Dallas attorneys in the building, man. I got my boy Andrew Wilkerson in the building, my boy Mike Campbell, man, and they make up the Not Guilty Boys, and they finna pop out in a minute, man, and we finna break some of this stuff down. Salute to everybody building, y'all. Make sure y'all donate to the platform. Put some color in this chat, man. You did. Now look, y'all, we got company coming over tonight, gang. We got company. Don't embarrass me, gang. I told them I'm over here getting it. I said I'm making about 2 bands a night over here. Put some color in this chat, man. Do not embarrass me, y'all. We got company tonight, man. We got real trial Dallas attorneys, DFW attorneys in the building, man. And let's show them love and respect, man. If y'all got any real questions y'all want to ask tonight, man, pop out, man. Be respectful. Let's keep it. Let's get to the bottom of anything y'all really want to know when it comes to what's going on with the Karmelo Anthony situation. When it comes to, you know what I mean, from a legal point of view, from a professional point of view. Salute to everybody. The video, y'all give me 1 second. We finna crank this thing up. Give me 1 minute, gang. We finna crank it up, gang. Salute to everybody. Video, y'all put some color in the chat. Donate to the platform. Hit the cash app. It's Big Scope Gang or No Gang or Don't Bang. Remember, we don't break the news. We just break the news down, man. Salute to everybody in the building, gang. Salute to everybody in the building, gang. Salute where I'm at. There I go. Salute to everybody in the building, gang. Salute, gang. Y'all turn me up one time, gang. Salute, man. Let me see. Shout to Tiffany, man. Salute to Tiffany Praise for that gifted. Was that gifted? Yeah, that's a gifted membership, man. Whoever she gave that gifted membership to, man. Salute to y'all, man. Yeah. Whoever she gave the membership to, salute to y'all, man. Donate to the platform, y'all. Put some color in this chat. Turn me up, man. Salute to everybody that built a V804. I see you, my guy. Shout out to Preacher J, Nikki 901, the real Stephanie G, Cream in the mix, Real Campbell. What's good? Salute, my guy. Salute, fam. Shout out to Raven in the building, man. Shout out to Makita's Cookies, man. Salute to Makita's Cookies. Kingpin, what's good? Angel Chocolate. Shout out to everybody in the building, gang. Let me see. Bag Boy. What did I say? Bag Boy Seafood. Hey, I need a plate, man. I need a plate. Yeah, well, y'all come here representing them food companies, man. Them food trucks. Your boy need a plate, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. You did. Shout out to Skoka Honest in the building. What's good, gang? VA804. Shout, man. 901 Tony B. Navy Blue. Navy Blue, where you been at? Yeah, you ain't been showing me no love. Salute to Navy Blue in the building, man. Where you been at, man? Justified. What's good, my guy? I'm really him. Wild, and I see you, Jason Fenwick. Let me see who's that. Tony Montana. Salute, my guy. Texas JoJo. What's good, man? Hey, do what y'all do, man. Let me see. Chandray. Shout out to Chandray in the building, man. James Patterson. What's good? Slow walking guy. What's good, my boy? Harp G's. Been there. Lovely Peace, Texas T. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Business John, I see you, fam. Salute to all y'all. Mississippi Swine, what's good, my boy? Visual Dog, salute, fam. Salute to everybody rock with me tonight, man. Dre Cash, I see you. Let me see. Go Diva. Shout out to Go Diva Love in the building, man. Shout out to everybody rocking with me, man. Like I said, I got the No Guilty Boys pulling up. You did. It's finna go down, man. Let's really break it down. Let's really go through there. Mr. Shout out to Mr. Get Yourself for that membership, man. Salute to Mr. Get Yourself for that membership. If you're not green in this chat, man, don't be afraid to turn up, man. Don't be afraid to turn green in this chat, man. Get you a membership, gang. You did. Let me see who in this thing, man. Texas Holding, what's good? James Patterson, salute, gang. Yeah, get you a membership. Scooter Man, what up to Scooter Man? Shout out to Scooter Man, the bit of man. Salute, gang. Let's go, gang. Let me see. I want to get into this thing, man. Shout out to Sheet in the building, man. John Boy, what's good? Real A1 Capo, what's good, my boy? Salute, fam. Bobby Blanco, what's good, my boy? Salute, fam. Shout out to everybody in here, man. Salute to y'all, pal. I'm trying to let everybody get in here, man. So yeah. Oh yeah, we almost there. Yeah, y'all in here. Y'all in this thing, man. Salute. My boy Fly Season Stone. Shout out to Fly Season Clothing, man. Go shop with my boy, man. He got his website. He got the Instagram, Fly Season Apparel. Y'all go shop with my boy Stone over at Fly Season Clothing, man. Pretty Ma, what's good? CP, Corey Tools, Larry Miller. There we go, Mr. Get Yourself. Y'all donate to the platform, gang. Donate to the platform, gang. Sabrina Paris, I see you. Big Damu, what's good, fam? True Virgo, salute. Shout out to everybody rock with me tonight. Everybody pulled up to see the Not Guilty boys, man. I've been seeing these cats, man, on different platforms. Shout out to Willie D Live. DJ Dooley, what's good? Shout out to Willie D Live, man. I seen my boy attorney Andrew Wilkerson over there on Willie D Live, man. And you know what I mean? Y'all know I'm a Ghetto Boys fan. Shout out to Willie D, man. I make big money. I drive big cars. Everybody know me. It's like I'm a movie star. Shout out to Willie D, man. Let me see. Queenie, what's good, Queenie? Andrew, what's good? Texas 713. Salute, my boy. You know how I'm doing it. 713. Rico. Shout out to my boy Real Rico in the building, man. Shout out to Rico in the building, man. Kendrick Ballard. Salute, fam. Let me see. There we go. Let's turn this thing up, man. I got the Not Guilty boys in the building, fam. Let me see. Let me get right real quick. Let me get right. Let me see. They in the building. Let me get right real quick. Boom. What we looking like, fam? What we looking like? Let me see. Hold on. There we go. There we go, fam. There we go. Let me get this off the screen, man. Salute, gang. Y'all hear me?
Yo, what's going on, Scott? How you doing, bro?
Come on, man. Y'all, come on, man. Y'all know where y'all come on, bro. Y'all know what time it is, man. You did, yeah. Y'all know where y'all at, man. You did big. Yeah, the whole Skull gang is over here, man. We ready to get into it, man. Look at my boy Drew over there. What's good? What's good, Drew? What's good, my boy? Oh, we ain't got no sound on Drew. We can't hear you, Drew. We ain't got no sound on Drew. We ain't got no. I'm not picking up your mic right now. Skull Gang Toy, what's good? Salute to everybody in the chat. JL, I see you, fam. Salute, gang. It's not
what
me.
Up, chat?
Yo, the chat going crazy. Shout out to the chat, man. Salute to the chat, man. Salute to the chat. Let me see.
You got me.
I hear you, fam. There we go.
Yeah, it's good to be here, man. It's good to be here.
Nah, bro. Y'all been working, man. Y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all been grinding. But I actually knew who y'all was, bro. Before y'all was even on Willie D. I think I seen y'all on the gram a few times, bumped into y'all. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Shout out to my boy Trip. Yeah. Salute to my boy Trip, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. Shout out to Trip, man. Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Trip, man. Producer, Not Guilty Boys podcast. Yeah. What up, Trip?
See, I didn't even know that, bro. Look, this is how crazy it is, bro. Me and Trip was already doing some more business with an artist. You know what I mean? With somebody, with an artist, with somebody else. And I reach out to y'all boys, and Trip hit me. I'm like, yeah, I'm looking like, what Trip know about this? It turns out, Trip producing y'all show, bro. That's crazy, man. Yeah, that's crazy. We here, man. We here, bro. I want to get to a few questions with y'all, man, about the Karmelo Anthony situation. Of course, I've been seeing y'all online speaking on it, man. First of all, before we do that, I know y'all from the DFW. Drew, where you from, Andrew? Where you from out here in Dallas?
Man, came up in Oak Cliff till I was about 11. Then ended up going to Cedar Hill in DeSoto for high school. Yep.
Okay. All right. See, I flew to Cedar Hill, man. Shout out to Oak Cliff, DeSoto. Now, Mike, I'm hearing you from you know what I mean, from Funky Town. I'm hearing you from that you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm hearing you from over across tracks over there.
Yeah, I'm from the west side of the Trinity, man. Funky Town. I grew up in Forest Hill, man, but my family came from Stock 6 and Eastwood. I'm from them neighborhoods. Some of them neighborhoods you may have heard of.
Okay. That's what's up, man. Yeah, so the DFW is in the building, man. Skull, what it do? D-Rob, what's good, fam? Salute to everybody rocking with us, man. Y'all got a lot of people that want to hear from y'all too. Yeah, a lot of people want to hear from y'all tonight, man. You know what I want to start off by asking y'all this, man. Let's go here real quick, bro. Let's just start here, fam. how does and either one y'all can take it, man. Whoever want to take the question. How do matter of fact, you know what? I'm Mike. I'm gonna go to you first, Mike. I'm gonna go to you first, bro. Tell me this, Mike. How does a kid like Karmelo, and because you grew up, you know, like you said, in some of them neighborhoods, you know what I mean? You done grew up around cats who was like that, you know what I mean? Cats who might have, you know, caught some time, you know what I mean, getting in a situation like this. How does a kid like Karmelo Anthony end up in a situation like this, bro? A good kid.
Ooh, that's a deep question, man. I got my opinions about that, and I'm gonna be just quite frank. That Frisco, Collin County, that McKinney, Plano, Allen area is notoriously known for being Jerry Jones land. Okay, so when you talk about Jerry Jones, we talking about Forbes, billionaires, major Fortune 500 corporation and land and development over there. That's what's going on in Frisco. Only in Collin County have I heard people say Collin County is the richest county in Texas. And I think they want to keep it that way. So, you know, when I think about our young black athletes, right? Let's talk about our young black athletes. And our parents want our young black athletes to be exposed to the colleges and go to some of these bigger schools like your Alitos or your Allens.
Right.
But you're moving your child to Parker County and you're moving your child to Collin County to go to those schools. And you have to know that although your son is good at scoring touchdowns or slam dunking that ball, if a situation like this arises, your son gonna be look like just like you from Stop Sits in Eastwood. Okay. If a situation arises, his skin color ain't changing. Okay. So although you're out there in that affluent neighborhood, you know, I still think that affects, you know, how this played out with the powers that be in Collin County.
Okay. I want to ask you, Drew. Do you think it matters? You know what I mean? I heard Mike break it down. Do you think it matters? You know what I mean? Like far as a black kid, you know, a young black man growing up, going to a school maybe more like a Skyline, more like a Carter versus a Frisco. Do you think that plays a lot in, you know what I mean, and what happens to him, especially being an athlete? Do you think that is it good for him to be in an all black school, or is it better when it comes to college to go to a white school district?
Look, man, I'm all for getting a better education, going to the better schools, whatever. But you got to know you're running a risk, man. You know, it's a cultural disconnect. You see what I'm saying? Certain things that Karmelo said that people know he said, you know, people on our side of town relate to him much differently. You know, they saying he said, touch me and I'm going to defend myself or whatever he said. I'm going to tell you in Oak Cliff, that really ain't a threat for real. That's like, I'm chilling, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to have to, I don't want to do that to you, but you playing, you know what I'm saying? Over there in Collin County, the white folks say he threatened them. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. It's a cultural disconnect.
Hey, look, I'm gonna say this. Yeah, and it's crazy you say that, bro, because we've been speaking about that, far as what the witnesses were saying, that Karmelo was saying. We've been talking about that. I said the same thing. I said, look, man, sometimes you hear a cat saying, hey, look, I got something. You know what I mean? Look, you know what I mean? Bag. Most of the time, that also means we selling wolf tickets. We hoping you back off. We hoping this game don't gotta play out the way it do. We hoping that you afraid that I really got something and you gonna leave me alone. But but it seems like in this case, Austin Metcalf did not buy the wolf tickets, or he didn't understand the lingo, or understand. Rest in peace to him. You know what I mean? Two kids that was in this situation, but like you said, the lingo is different. You know what I mean? That he wasn't really saying, "Hey, I'm trying to do this to you." We feel like he was saying more of, "Hey, man, leave me alone, man. You know what I mean? You don't want this to go here."
Right. Which is why it was a big mistake, but his attorney not to call him to the stand to explain that.
Speaking of he went right there, and he's speaking about Carmelo's Anthony, y'all defense team that was made up of Mike Howard and Toby Shook. Let's go there, fella. Let's go there, man. Since you said that, let's go there, man. With you being a trial attorney, Mike, you know what I mean? No, not Mike, my bad. I'm gonna go to Drew. Drew, with you being a trial attorney, tell me this, man. What would have been one of the main things that you would have highlighted? You know what I mean, when it came to Karmelo Anthony, far as him being your client, when it comes to far as his character and things like that. What would have been something you would have highlighted to the jury?
100%. Number one would be his side of the story. 100%. 100%. Because nobody ever got to hear it. Everybody speculated about it. Then white folks got to decide what they thought he meant. You know what I'm saying? Um, I would have played that up in the guilt and innocence phase. I would have played that up in the guilt in the punishment phase if we made it to the punishment phase. As y'all know, the not guilty boys don't we don't get there often. But
Let's go. Let's go.
the second thing, the Metcalf boys' history of violence, man. I mean, it ought to be more discussion about that. But and this is after the fact, and we trying to push the conversation forward. But you asking me what I would have did, that's what I would have did 100%.
So what you saying is the people should have heard from Karmelo. Karmelo, you would have personally put Karmelo on the stand.
I'd have had him itching to get up there. Just kind of, in our trials, man, we be having to tell our clients to settle down. It ain't your turn yet, brother. You know what I'm saying? You gonna go in a little bit, but that's how prepared we are. So I don't know, man.
Tell me this. Let me ask Mike something. Mike, let's say the not guilty boys was in there with Karmelo and y'all do put him on the stand, man. You know what I mean? What are some of the things that y'all are looking for him to say on the stand, or the things that y'all would kind of point out for him? You know what I mean? How would y'all coach him? You know what I mean? Prepare him for that, for his testimony.
Preparation for testimony starts way before trial. So we would have started. He was out on bond, so we would have started preparing him every week. What was it? A year before the trial started, since the time he bonded out. So that's 52 Fridays. We would have spent every Friday in our office an hour or two going over his testimony. And me and Drew will switch roles. Sometimes I'll play prosecutor, sometimes he'll play defense, and vice versa. But we gonna get him prepared for all the hard questions. I saw people in the chat while the trial was going on said, well, they didn't want to put him up against that senior district attorney, 17-year-old kid. But that we wouldn't have been worried about that. See, that's intimidation, that's fear. And we don't try a case based on fear. We try a case based on being prepared. Our client would have been prepared for whatever question the district attorney would have had to throw. The reason we put him on the stand is for the jury to see his persona, to learn that this is just a 17-year-old kid with a 3.7 GPA, never been in trouble before, and an athlete, well respected in his community. He doesn't see color. He has a Hispanic girlfriend, white friends in this community. So this kid would have got on the stand to say, hey, I was scared for these reasons. And, we don't know what he knew. It's all based, the laws were all based on what was in his mind at the time he acted. And if it was reasonable for him to feel that his life was in imminent danger of serious bodily injury or death. And it didn't have to be force versus force. I got people off of cases, murder cases, where the other person didn't have no weapon, and my client had the 223, and hit him with the 223 because my client was really in fear of his life, and that person didn't have a weapon. And we beat that murder case on self-defense based on what was going through my client's mind at that time. So it was important for the jury to know why Karmelo acted, why he had the knife, and why he needed to use the knife, and what he thought about the Metcalf twins, because clearly everybody in that community, which is not a big community, know that the Metcalf twins are trouble starters, shit starters.
Okay,
so
okay.
If you knew that,
Okay, and I see. Look, and I want to say, Kent Jones was saying history of violence. Y'all be more elaborate on that. We'll get shout out to Kent Jones. We'll circle back around. We get time. Kind of break some things down. But I want to ask y'all this. Shout out to Kent Jones. Don't worry, we'll get around to it, man. I want to ask y'all this though. When it comes down to Karmelo's attorney, two white men, representing them. Do y'all think that matter? Because we heard the dad do an interview. We heard, we heard his father do an interview, and his father was saying that that they wanted black attorneys. But black attorneys was telling him to go get a white attorney. Drew? Is that how you? If they would have came to you, do you think you would have told the family, "Hey, it might be better off in Collin County with a white man representing him"? How do you feel when you hear things like that?
I'm gonna keep it funky with you, man, and I think in the black community, man, that there's an issue with this whole. I got a Jewish attorney. I got a Jewish lawyer. All right. You know what I'm saying? Good for you. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, does your attorney prep you? Does he work hard? Does he know the evidence? What's his record in trial? What's he, is he 17 and 1 in murder cases? You see what I'm saying? Like, I think that's an issue in the black community. It's a misconception. And it says a lot about, it just says a lot about what we've been through as a black community. But moving on, I'll say this. I don't believe in I really don't believe in that. I believe in whoever gonna work the hardest for you. You see what I'm saying? To be quite honest, we sent a few appeals lawyers to the family. Um, one being the great Russell Wilson, who ended up taking the case. Another being
Russell
Kristen
Wilson.
Brown. Another being Kristen Brown.
Yeah.
It's a white lady. She works out of Collin County. She has 250 appeals under her belt.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So I thought you was playing with house money at that point. You could pick either one of them and be good. Now, the fact of the matter is you got to know that this is in a way game. You got to know where you're going. So you got an all-white jury. You got the good old boys out there. You need somebody that's gonna step. You need somebody that's not going to take the bullshit. They're not going to falter. They're not going to let the judge rush them. They're not going to let these witnesses run on cross-examination. They're not going to slip up and not subpoena everybody. You need a workhorse, and you need somebody that's going to go in there and go in there with a plan and execute. White, black, purple, blue, whatever. And the fact of the matter is, I don't think there was a plan. I don't think there was a plan at all, honestly. But if there was, they didn't execute.
Okay. He said he don't think there was a plan at all. I want to ask you this real quick, Mike. I want to go here real quick, Mike. And I see Fo Dress. He put two questions up, but I want to just ask this last one, man. It says Melo is smart enough and well spoken to articulate his side of the story. Why did he get so much more time than Case and Allison? Are you familiar with the Case and Allison case with the I want to say the white kid down in Belton, Texas, who stabbed the Mexican kid in the bathroom and ended up getting 10 years? And
Right.
Okay. Shout to Ed Fodre. He was asking, like, with that being in Texas, you know what I mean? Another Texas case. This happened at a school in Belton. White kid came to school, Case and Allison with a knife, got into a fight in the bathroom with a Mexican kid, stabbed the kid, he ended up getting 10 years. Do you, I guess what he's asking is, do you feel like race, played, into this? When you look at Case and Allison versus Carmelo Anthony.
For sure, race was the factor. Look at the defendant, man. For sure, race is always a factor. I mean, it's the unspoken thing that always plays a part here. So Carmelo being who he is, that's why the right representation is important. I don't know Miss Allison representation. I don't know what her defense did for her, but I know what Carmelo Anthony's defense did not do for him. Okay. And based on that, you need as a young black man, which we're always looked at as aggressive, as angry, as loud. They just intimidated by us, by our persona. You're gonna always need somebody strong to fight for you because they're always trying to criminalize us. So we're the number one demographic that's arrested in America is the black man, the young black man. So, yeah, you definitely need a strong attorney. And Drew is right. Some people say, no, you got to go all black. Oh, you got to go all white. You just need a good combination of attorneys who's willing to fight and do the right thing for the client. It doesn't matter, it matters to an extent, but you can use both sides. We playing it's chess, not checkers.
Yeah. So you saying basically y'all are saying it really the color really didn't matter all the way. It was about who was gonna go in there and really put on for Carmelo and really fight for his freedom, who really fight for his thing. The color did not play a role in this, y'all feel like.
Yeah, I mean, if you get a white attorney, hopefully it's somebody that on top of being a stepper, being prepared, and being confident, they going to use their whiteness to relate.
There we go.
I mean, if they're not going to do that, it ain't even worth it. You see what I'm saying? But hopefully, I mean, it's almost like he was relating more to the state than he was to the jury. I mean, I just say that. and be done with it. You know what I'm saying? But like if he was gonna go in there and really relate to them white folks and make them understand who Karmelo really is and know based on what he knowing and his experiences, you know, kind of shed some light to them. But it don't sound like he did that. How could he have done that if Karmelo ain't even take a stand? I mean, I don't see how he did that. So, you know.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, look, y'all, we got the Not Guilty Boys in the building, man. You did. We got the Not Guilty Boys in the building. Make sure y'all go subscribe their channel on YouTube, man. They do this. You feel me? Y'all see they got their blog. They what they do, man. They not just attorneys. They get online, they talk about it, they break it down. You know what I mean? So y'all go follow them on YouTube, all platforms, Instagram, Facebook. I'm sure everywhere. Not Guilty Boys, y'all. Go subscribe to their channels, man. Rock with these boys, man. Now, I want to ask y'all this, man. I'm gonna go you, Drew. When it comes down, you know what I mean? Can you break the law down to us, man? Because everybody was going kind of back and forth about, you know, about just the knife situation. You know what I mean? Just the situation of the knife, man. Is it against the law for Carmelo Anthony to have the knife with him in his bag away? You know what I mean? Just secured in his backpack. It attract me of, I want to say a 3 to 5 inch fold out knife. Was that against the law to have?
Now, it might have been against school policy, but that ain't what you asked me. You asked me, was it against the law? I don't think it was against the law. Nah, I don't think it was against the law. I mean, I'm not one of these people that feel like, I almost feel like in every situation across the board, man, you got the right to defend yourself. You know, even the way the law is written, it almost reads like felons shouldn't have the right to defend themselves because they shouldn't have a pistol. Well, I've had, you know, a murder case where the guy was a felon and we claim self-defense. I don't really want to talk to you about why he had the pistol. Because me and you both know if he didn't have a pistol, he wouldn't be here right now. You see what I'm saying? So we ain't gonna go there. We're gonna talk about if this is self-defense or not.
Let me ask something. I'm glad you said that. Just because it's a lot of convicted fellas in this chat right now. Tell me this.
Yeah.
Did he have to eat the pistol charge? Like, even if he gets the self-defense, do he still eat the pistol case?
Not
you talking about on my case?
On your case, on your case. Like,
no, we ain't talking about that.
Let's go.
We got two defenses there.
By the time after I get the whispering to that jury, man, they want to be done with him.
Let's go.
Grab the next file. You see what I'm saying?
Let's go. I just had to ask that. You know what I mean? So like I said, there's a lot of felons in this crowd. They all look like, hold on, fam. Is there some hope? It's still some hope.
Because at this point, you victim blaming.
Yeah, it's two defenses, Wadi. Drew, it's two defenses. It's self-defense and it's the necessity. I needed it or I'd be dead. You know,
sure.
And if we can prove that, you know, he not guilty of that as well. So,
and I'm gonna blame the state for victim blaming in front of the jury. You play like that, don't play then. In any other case, you ain't blaming no victim. You see what I'm saying? So you know, short answer is nah. We ain't going for that.
Let me see. Okay, and shout out to UMC Smoke. I see UMC Smoke. Let me see. Mahim said, since nobody has actually saw the trial, you know what I mean? Since, you know, no cameras in the courtroom, a lot of people, you know, we just going off what was in the media, a lot of hearsay. He said, is there any way that the evidence against Carmelo could have been so overwhelming that the defense really didn't have anything to work with? So, you know what I mean? He's saying, no, we didn't see the trial, but it seems like, you know what I mean, the evidence was just so overwhelming that is that maybe why Toby Shook and Mike Howard really didn't seem to do anything for him, because it was, you know what I mean, it was just nothing to do.
Well,
go ahead, Mike.
Well, they had the story about the cheerleaders, right? The cheerleaders that was threatened by the Melkow twins.
No. Hold on. A lot of people we're not familiar with that. Some people ain't familiar with that story. Break it down. Give us a little bit of that, because I seen somebody earlier asking about the history of the Metcalf boy. They was asking. Give us just a little bit of the cheerleader situation.
Their mom just confirmed it 2 days ago on TikTok.
And this is the Metcalf mom or the mom of the cheerleader?
Megan Metcalf confirmed this story that was under subpoena by Mike Howard. He subpoenaed the cheerleaders as well as the Frisco ISD school records, because there was threats made by the Metcalf twins against their own cheerleaders. Here's the story. Basically, the twins paid for memorial. They were sorry. The school was sorry, not the boys. The team was sorry.
Yeah.
They got raised the Canes after the game where they lost to a team that they shouldn't have lost to. That team ain't won the game in 3 years. The cheerleaders in their own conversation at a separate table talking about the team, like, you know, they're not that good. Metcalf twins here, Hunter go off the deep end. start calling them fat bitches, excuse my language, telling them that his hands
You
is
good?
bisexual, threatening them basically.
Hold on.
Hunter Metcalf threatening these cheerleaders.
Hold on.
And the reason that I know this is because not speculation.
Yeah.
I've been working behind the scenes, so I've actually talked to one of these cheerleaders' moms.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And I know for a fact that these records exist. There were statements written by these cheerleaders to Frisco ISD that told about these threats and how they was scared themselves to come cheer for the team because the Metcalf twins is on the team and had already threatened them. So they went to the coaches. The coaches say, we need the Metcalf twins. Y'all, that didn't happen at the school. Y'all go tell Frisco police about it since it happened at the school. Coaches didn't do nothing about it. They go above the coaches. They go to Frisco ISD administration. They don't do nothing about it. Okay. But the records is there. Mike Howard subpoenaed the records and the cheerleaders. Now, I don't know because I wasn't at the trial. But to answer that question that Mahim asked, that's something that he could have used. I don't know if he tried to use it and the judge ruled against it. But what I do know from my sources, it said he didn't even subpoena Hunter. So how can you get into that? The state made a strategic call. Just think about it. Why did the state not call Hunter Metcalf if that's his twin brother and this person died and he's allegedly died in his twin's arms? His twin was an eyewitness. Why didn't they call him? He should have been a main witness. And they called him because of his background and what they knew about him. And they didn't want the defense to go into that because now that would have probably shown him to be the aggressor in this situation with Karmelo. I'm going to pass it the truth, but I just want to say that truly the situation should have been used to show that these boys were threatening cheerleaders. They liable to go all the way.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Mike was saying that, hey, he did his research. He didn't even talk to a couple of people, and it's true. He's saying that, the Metcalf boys, they was hot-headed. You know what I mean? They was ready to take it there. But like you said, the school need them. They linebackers. They on them boys. They on that cure team. They getting down the field. So them boys are valuable to the coaches at the school. So that might be a reason why these type of things, was swept under the rug, by the school. Drew, tell me this, fam. Do you think that the Metcalf boy, I know we don't know them like that. We just gone up a few things, but far as just what we heard about the story, man, of how this thing happened, man. Do you feel like maybe Karmelo Anthony was maybe afraid for his life, man? Really afraid for his safety, man.
I do.
You do?
I do. I mean, you don't gotta know exactly what someone's intentions are in walking up on you to know that they intend on doing something. You know what I'm saying? Like I told Mike, I wouldn't have even really focused on the whole fear of what one person was gonna do. I would have went with all four of them, all three of them. I was outnumbered. You see what I'm saying? I ain't gotta wait for you to knock my block off to respond. You see what I'm saying? I don't have to do that. The law doesn't require me to do that. Why would I do that? You know what I'm saying? So, you are allowed to, as long as you feel like you are about to suffer serious bodily injury or death, you can respond with deadly force. Now, it needs to be reasonable. You know what I'm saying? But like Mike told you, I mean, you have real force, apparent force, and, apparent force, that they may pick him up off the slab, and he might not have nothing on him. I don't know. But he sure ran up on me like he was finna do something. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't really got to wait for him to do what he telling me he gonna do or what I'm thinking he could do before defending myself, as long as the jury believes I'm reasonable. So, and just to answer Buddy's last question, I do believe that it is a possibility that they had nothing to work with. I do believe that. That is a possibility. Do I think that that's what happened? No. The reason I say I believe it's a possibility, because it's the only thing that explains that egregious dropping of the ball. It's the only thing. And even then, an experienced trial attorney, you got cases where you about to prove your client's innocence, but you also got cases where the prosecutor offered you some bullshit and you just trying to get the best you can out the deal. So if you knew you ain't had nothing to play with, it should have been a punishment trial then. You should have had 15 punishment witnesses ready. You should have had the mother of the little boy who he saved in the pool. You see what
Let's
I'm
talk about
saying?
it. Let's talk about it.
You should have had that. Man, like I told Mike,
Let's
I
talk
would have
about it.
made that a punishment trial if it wasn't nothing to play with. I would have had a 5-day punishment trial. By the time I'm done, they don't forgot what all the white boys in that was coached on the team done said. They don't forgot that by now. They ready to just get me up out of here. But see, that's something that that's gonna come from strategy and experience and knowing how a trial works and how jurors think. You see what I'm saying?
Now, salute to Drew, man. Hey, man. I mean, I know a lot of people in this chat like, man, I wish Melo would have got the not guilty boys, man. It is like, I wish Melo would have pulled up. You feel me? Yeah, man. But that's not what happened, man. Carmelo Anthony ended up getting 35 years in prison. With the history of Collin County, Mike, did Carmelo ever stand a chance? Let's be honest, man. When you first heard about this case, you seen on the news, you start to hear about what was going on in the media. You know what I mean? How did you feel about it? I mean, just knowing, like you said, we from the DFW area. You from Texas. Y'all from out here. Knowing what y'all know about these areas, these McKinneys, these Allens, these Friscos. Did you think Carmelo really ever stood a chance, fam?
Tell them what we did 2 months earlier, Mike. Tell them what we did 2 months earlier.
Okay.
Collin, right?
For sure, he stood a chance with the right representation. To me, all white jury, what Drew is referring to, we was just in Collin County 2 months earlier in April, and we had a self-defense case. Our client was black. The deceased was black, but we had an all-white jury, a white judge, white prosecutors, white bailiffs, white spectators in the court. Okay, everybody else was white in the court, but we was able to get a not guilty on murder. So see, the reason we call them not guilty for is because we actually hear that verdict at trial. 17-1 in the murder and capital murder case. Like this isn't for play. All you have to do is do your research. Like this, these are verdicts we get because
17-1, huh?
The same passion that we spew into y'all,
the
same passion we spew to the jury, and the jury gravitates to it every time. But to answer your question, he stood a chance if he had the right. I think now he has a greater chance. He has to, and I like to move the conversation forward to this appeal because he has a great set of lawyers representing him now. From attorney Russell Wilson, the captain of the ship.
Shout out Russ.
I definitely recommended Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson was my attorney when I needed an attorney. See, when you fight as hard as me and Drew, they tend to hold you or try to say, you're being in contempt of court, and you may need somebody to represent you on a contempt case. Well, I call on Russ because he's one of the greatest legal minds in the state of Texas. So Russell Wilson is not only my attorney, but he's a friend of mine and Andrew's. And he's one of the most brilliant legal minds in the state of Texas. And he comes from a very well-respected perspective within the State Bar of Texas community, within the legal community in Texas.
Okay.
So Russell Wilson is a great captain. You got Justin Moore, civil rights lawyer, lawyer.
Yeah.
You got my boy Sean. Sean is a real great up-and-coming trial lawyer in Dallas. Winning cases left and right.
He's the dream team, y'all. He talking about Carmelo's new appeal team. He's in, and who else is it? I think like two more.
You got couple of people that Ben Crump and Lee Mary refer. I forget these attorneys' names, but they're all. I think her name is Cruz, Miss Cruz.
Yeah.
She's with Mr. Crump's office. You got the former NAACP president down in Austin, and you got Michael Ware, which is a Caucasian man and 40 years experience appeals lawyer. So he has a great team ready to go right now. And from what I know, I'm gonna put y'all on some game scope.
Let's go.
They get ready to drop the motion for new trial.
Yeah.
They get ready to drop the motion to recuse Judge Roach. Okay. And that's a different avenue from the actual appeal itself. Okay.
I like it.
So you have an appeal saying that we feel that there was improper rulings and there should be a appellate review of the trial court's rulings and the transcript of this case. Then you have a motion for new trial, which is saying basically what I believe they're going to go. We feel that it was under Crawford v. Washington, there was ineffective assistance of counsel, and he's entitled to a new trial based on that. Okay, so that is being in the process of being filed. Those hearings will happen probably within the next couple of months, and we'll have some rulings. First ruling is whether or not Judge Roach is going to recuse himself or whether or not he's going to stay on the case. He still has jurisdiction as the trial lawyer up until 75 days after the verdict. Well, the verdict came out June 9th, so he still has jurisdiction over the case. Well, based on all the statements he made in the media after the case, I just saw some letter he wrote thanking all of Collin County for the mission accomplished. You know, sounds like some. But anyway, for the mission accomplished.
Yeah, we know what you're mission accomplished. We did it. We did it.
Restroom attendants. I want to thank the parking lot attendants.
We did it.
We did our thing.
We did it.
I want to thank the clerks. I want to thank everybody. We did our thing. But anyway, you know, whether or not he's going to recuse himself or be the one to be the presiding judge over the motion for new trial. Well, based on your statements, Judge, it seems like you've already showed your hand, right? And you can't give him a fair hearing at a motion for new trial. You probably should recuse yourself. If he doesn't, then the higher judge gets to pick an independent judge to have a recusal hearing, and they'll decide whether or not Judge Roach should be recused or not. If that judge decides that he should be recused, then an independent judge will do the motion for new trial hearing. If that judge decides that Roach stays on, Judge Roach will be doing the motion for new trial hearing. Okay. So you know that's the law. That's the law.
That's right. Yeah. That's a hard pill to swallow there, man. Yeah.
But if you don't get the motion for new trial, then he also has the appellate review with the Fifth Court of Criminal Appeals, and that'll be if they decide that there are appealable issues. And let me put this asterisk in there. There's only appealable issues if Mike Howard made them appealable issues by objecting timely in the trial. So I ain't seen the transcripts, but I know in the times where he needs to make objections to preserve the record for appeal, if he didn't make that objection, there's no appealable issue for Karmelo Anthony. So I know this great appeal scene that he has now is getting ready to comb through these transcripts and find all the appealable issues so they can put that in the appellate review.
Tell me this, Drew. Do you think there's going to be any appealable issues in there? Do you think that they was, you know what I mean? Because that would mean that they were kind of doing their job a little bit. They was putting something away at least for later, right?
I pray to Jesus that there's appealable issues, because that's the only way that young man coming home. I hope that he made all of the objections he needed to make. From what it sounds like he was kind of real lackadaisical in there with them objections. See, we object to you till you get sweat on your forehead.
Object to y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all going up.
I might see you. You know, you kind of on a roll on your questions. I might stand up and object just to throw you off.
Just to throw you
know
off.
What I'm saying, like, I mean,
cooking. You see him cooking. You going in.
You got to know the tricks, man. So if he didn't object, you know, it's not going to be many appealable issues, man. But I hope that he objected to everything he possibly could. I hope he got some running objections. You know, what me and Mike do, and and this is why you need somebody that's going to handle business, man, because everything ain't cut clear and dry. You got judges that try to push you along. You got judges. Mr. Wilkinson, I heard you object to that before. But no, Your Honor, I need to object to it again because now it's two appealable issues and not just one. And then when I object to it again, it'll be three. So, you know, me and Mike got a notepad we keep between us, man. Anything that we miss, that we need to perfect the record during, if he get him a 5-minute break to go take a piss and we need to perfect the record and we just got to hold ours, that's what we're going to do. We're going to stand right up and we're going to read it off the page. You see what I'm saying? That way, whenever the appeals lawyer comes, it's very easy to find. We did it on Tuesday right after lunch. Judge was tripping. It was around 1:30. You know what I'm saying? Go look at the transcripts and you'll find it right there. So the job of your attorney, he had an obligation to perfect that record for appeal, man. So even that is ineffective. I would almost argue not making any objections at all, which I'm sure that ain't what happened. He had to make some
Yeah,
objections.
yeah, yeah.
Is ineffective, man. You know, so
Okay,
that's just me though.
I got another
go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
I got another angle to
Yeah.
get Karmelo home. This is probably the most untalked.
Okay. He said he has another angle of getting Karmelo home. Let's hear this, man. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Break it down, Mike. What's that other angle, fam?
This is the most untalked about angle to getting Karmelo home. We in the middle of election season. I see some of the people in the chat talking about Democrats and Republicans.
Oh yeah, he go down over here. He go down over here.
Right now, while we're in election season, our governor's seat is up this upcoming election. Now's the time. Somebody needs to be calling. What's her name? Running against Abbott? AOC. I think that's her. AOC. Hey, AOC. We want to talk to your headquarters. How do you feel about this Karmelo Anthony verdict? Where do you stand on the Karmelo Anthony verdict, Miss AOC? Would you be willing to come out and make a public statement in support of Karmelo Anthony? Because you want to get some votes, right? This is one of the most contentious things going on. So if we can, because while Mr. Abbott is in office, he has a 0% chance of getting a pardon. Okay. A pardon is the way to get him home. Okay. Yeah. But if we can somehow get AOC, you know, I know we in Texas. I know, you know, this is the good old boy state. We may be outnumbered, but that is just an outlandish idea. I just want to put out there, you know, we may need to get around the right candidate that can push to get this boy home as well.
Okay. Now salute, man. Salute. Drew, let me see. Hold on. Yeah, both one at a time. Let me see. So Drew, I mean, tell me this. Let me see. Hold on. Where do I want to go with this, man? Hold on. I think you might have a little echo while I'm talking. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. I want to go to Drew real quick, man. Tell me this, bro. When you go in here, Drew, this is, you know, let's talk about the appeal. The appeal. You know what I mean? When you go in here, fam, do you with everything that's happened, you know, after the trial, man, you know what I mean? After everything we've seen play out in the media, we heard Jeff Metcalf, the dad, speak out. We seen Judge Roach do an interview. When you go in there this time for the appeal, if the appeal is granted, when y'all go in there for this new trial, do you play the race card?
Nah, not yet.
Break it down. Tell me, when does that race card come out, if it ever comes out?
I mean, my thing is this, man. Like, you gotta understand. I'll give you an example. I can say that an officer is a crooked officer, right, in front of a jury, right? Or I could say that this officer made a mistake, right, in front of the jury, right? Both of those lead to the same result. This officer effed up, and you need to find my client not guilty. Regardless if it's because he is a racist and he profiled him, or regardless just because he made a mistake. The statement about a racist, people waiting to see evidence of that. So I can't just stand up and say that without presenting some pretty good evidence of that. That's why I would go with he just made a mistake, because we all human. You see what I'm saying? I ain't really got to prove nothing to you to show you that somebody made a mistake. Now, I'm going to correlate that with this race thing. The race thing, I think is legit. I think it's important, and I think that it's powerful. But I don't think that that's something you get all in the media with prior to trial, so these white folks know what your plan is, so your right hand know what your left hand doing. That's an argument you keep in your back pocket all the way through trial. And you elicit testimony that this could have been about race. And then once it's concrete, you drop that bomb on their ass. And it's nothing they can do about it. They couldn't have prepared for it. They can't respond to it. They better be able to think on their feet quicker than me. Because it's over with. The blood in the water now.
So you know, when we think about the late, great Johnny Cochran, right? Mm-hmm. That's kind of how the OJ trial was kind of won, was once he could prove that something, you know what I mean? Once they proved that it was race involved, you think that's kind of how, and I ain't saying OJ did it or didn't do it. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just saying, as far as him beating the case, do you think that Johnny Cochran was, you know what I mean? I mean, a legend, you know, RIP to him. Do you think that was a, you know what I mean? A real, you know what I mean? Like a professional move or basically a move that OJ needed. Once they found out that that cop had a racist background, they took it from there, and OJ was found not guilty.
The race thing, and if the glove don't fit, you must have quit thing. Those are trump cards, man. You don't play your trump cards first. I don't play spades, but I'm pretty sure that you hold something in your hand until the end of the game to make sure you break it on. So I mean, it's a trump card, and I think it was a lot of talk on the internet, and I think that the enemy, whoever the enemy is, got a chance to prepare themselves for what was going on. Think about it. Why would the DA ask everybody up there, is it about race? How they know? You see what I'm saying? Why would he
Yeah.
ask them that? Because he done already heard how you coming, and he trying to ingrain that in the jury's head that race ain't got nothing to do with that. But if you would have kept that in your pocket, and on top of that, you a white man too. It ain't me screaming it from the mountaintop. They might think I'm just having a bad day. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you a white man too. You drop that on them as a white man. Like, look, I relate to y'all. I probably came up how y'all came up, but I'm starting to notice some things that are going on in this trial. Do you notice it too? You see what I'm saying? Look
Yeah.
at me. Look at you.
Yeah.
How can I notice it and you not notice it? You see what I'm
Right.
saying? But you do that a whole year going up to trial. I mean, they probably was prepared for it, man.
Okay. Now, so and look, I see I want to say shout out to my chat. I see everybody in the chat. I see it was 2 more questions earlier, man. Chicago. This is KJ. KJ said, do these 2 lawyers think that all the hooping and hollering out in front of the courthouse helped Karmelo? Do y'all think what happened outside the courthouse, played a role with what happened inside the courthouse?
I don't think it played a role, but I don't think it helped. But I also understand it. I understand the disdain amongst the black community for what's going on. I understand it. I understand the questions. I understand the lack of patience for these types of situations. So I ain't judging, but you asked me, do I think it helped it? I don't think it helped it. You know what I'm saying? For them white folks to see everybody out there and they on their, I mean,
It was going down out there. I was out there. I was out there.
This person could be a juror walking by you. This person could be a juror. You see what I'm saying? So, I don't think it helped it, but I totally do understand it. And honestly, I support it. So I know they sound like a hypocrite, but I support it.
What about you, Mike? How you feel about what was going on? It was all over the news, man. We seen one girl slide on her knees during the verdict. You know what I'm talking about? It was going down out there, man. I mean, it was going crazy. Like, how did you feel about that? You say, man, this is going to hurt, man. We seen Jake Lang out there. We'll get to that later on. But we seen Jake Lang out there. We seen a lot of confusion, man. Do you think that, and a lot of people said those guys were plants, like Jake Lang and some of them, the people that were showing up, kind of, cranking it up. Do you think that helped or hurt it, Karmelo's case inside the courtroom?
You on mute, P.
You back. You good.
Yeah, I don't think it hurt. I don't think it helped, but it like Drew said, you don't want a juror to see that and take the wrong, approach. I think the lawyer should be quarterbacking all of that. And I think that's the problem with, and I support all of the activists. I support all the protesting, but I think that they should be working in cahoots with the attorney just to make sure that, hey, we want to make sure we're not doing anything on our end that could be heard to defend it. And I'm not saying that it did. And I definitely agree with what they were doing and their purpose outside the courtroom. But, again, just working in cahoots with the attorney to see when is the time to pull that trigger may be the best thing to do in that situation.
I'm gonna drop that link in the chat too, gang. Salute to Cali Dre. What's good, my boy? Salute to everybody in the chat, y'all. Look, we got Mike Campbell, we got Andrew Wilkerson, the Not Guilty Boys in the building, man. Make sure y'all go follow them on everything, gang. Follow them on YouTube, Instagram. Where y'all at, man? Y'all everywhere, man. Let me unmute you, Drew. Where y'all everywhere, man? Where can they find y'all at, man?
Instagram, attorney Andrew Wilkerson, attorney _ Andrew _ Wilkerson. Mike got his handle right there, attorney _ Mike Esquire 25. We got the Not Guilty Boys page. Please subscribe and like our page on YouTube, Not Guilty Boys. We just trying to bless y'all game, man. This is a different conversation in our community that I think our community needs, and it's just better when everybody's well informed and educated.
Yeah,
we know what to do if something happened to y'all in this situation.
Most definitely, man. Yeah, it's a few cats in here gonna need y'all. Trust me, it's a few cats in this chat. Oh yeah, they live in foul. They gonna need y'all for real, man. But this is where things get a little fun right here, gang. This is where we get a little fun right here. I put that link in the chat, gang. Yeah, I see y'all been throwing questions there all night. If y'all want to pop up, y'all want to pull up, man. Be respectful, be cool, get to the question, man. If y'all want to ask the not guilty boy, because it's not every day they here, man. Y'all go check them out on their podcast, man. They doing their thing over there, man. If y'all want to hit the link, I pinned the link in the chat, gang. If y'all want to pull up and get a good question of y'all, ask them something that matters, man. Something we've been talking about, something that we really want to know. Y'all pop out. And there we go, man. There we go. Let me see. A1 Capo, you in the building?
You better know it, my guy. What's the word?
What's good, my guy? The not guilty boys in the building, fan. I see you had a question, fan. Hey, look, you can get it off yourself, fan. Yeah.
For sure. So I watched all the footage, you know what I'm saying, from the arrest, right? I don't remember seeing him Mirandize not one time. So was his Miranda rights violated or no?
Do y'all know? I know he's seen the video. I didn't hear him reading his rights in the video.
Yeah, exactly. So what I'm thinking is he was doing a lot of talking. I'm not alleged. I did it. This, that, and the third. Right? If he wasn't Mirandized, could that be used against him or no? Especially because he didn't have a parent with him. He's a minor still. So I'm just trying to figure all that out.
You want to get that mic? You want to grab that mic?
Yeah. Can you hear us? Who was on mute?
Yeah.
You know, Miranda is not a perfect defense, okay? Because Miranda has some exceptions, and one of those main exceptions is exigent circumstances. So in those situations where the police may think people's safety and securing the safety of the people and evidence is a bigger priority than Mirandaizing someone right then and there, then that's not going to play a role. They have the right to Mirandaize them later at the precinct or when they go before the judge. So Miranda is not just a perfect defense. Also, this is why I tell my clients, and I'm telling you guys on the chat, when the police say you detained or arrest, don't say nothing. Don't say anything.
Don't say nothing. Don't
say anything, because at that time, them voluntary statements, whether you're Mirandaize or not, they're going to be used against you. And they got a body cam sitting there recording everything you say. You ain't talking your way out the situation. You're not finna convince them that that you're right and they're wrong. Just don't say nothing. If you got to take that ride, be a G about it. Take that ride. Call the not guilty boys, and we gonna come fight in court and get this behind you.
Let's go, gang. Let's go, man. Let's go, man.
And one more question, and I'm gonna drop down. So when it first popped off, right? Did they not reach out to y'all, or I mean? I'm not understanding that.
I feel you,
because I seen the slogan, "You don't know what to do, call Drew." I seen it.
For sure. Nah, man, they didn't reach out to us. A bunch of people, I can say I probably saw at least 20 to 25 people recommend that they should. A bunch of people reached out to me and asked me to call. However, with this being a highly contentious case, and that's not really how I do business. If they would have called, we would have set up a consultation and we would have advised them on exactly what we can do for them. And the good thing about our consultation is, even if you don't hire us, you know what to tell the next attorney to do. You see what I'm saying? So for some reason, I think it's come out that they were told not to speak to certain people. Were they told not to speak to us? Well, they didn't speak to us.
Somebody was hating, man. Who was hating, man? Somebody was hating, man.
Is 1 + 1 2? Do with that what you will. You know what I'm saying?
Hating,
but it ain't no hard feelings either, though, man. And honestly,
because that's why I appreciate the fact that y'all didn't put no ego in it. The fact that y'all didn't get the call, y'all was still trying to help that young man, and that ought to be something that everybody that's looking for somebody to help them. Hey, man, that right there speaks volumes right there for sure.
Appreciate
that. Salute to A1 Capo, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Salute to my guy A1 Capo, man.
That's
salute,
a good
man.
first call, bro. You got
man. Let me, they got me up.
That's good first.
Toy, come back here. Toy, I seen Toy was back here. Come pull up, gang. Yeah, I got some people back here for sure, man. They want to holler at y'all, man. Let me see.
A few minutes. I got a few
let me
minutes.
see. Yeah, Haiti. You in the building, Haiti?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Talk to me, Haiti.
All right. Hey, how y'all doing? I salute to y'all brothers.
There we go.
I really have a question to ask y'all. Okay, so this is my thing. When they had a body cam and he didn't have no blood on him. Okay, if you doing a crime, if you doing this, say he did that, he stabbed that person. Why wasn't no blood on him? He wasn't bloody, none of that. And then on the police report, it said 2016. So what do y'all have to say about that? And he had no blood on him.
I think you're referring to the body cam that said 2016 at the bottom.
Yes. And then Melo didn't have no blood on him at all. So how did he do that?
I think that's a
Well,
legitimate. Go ahead, Waddy.
well, as far as the blood thing, you got to understand. Um, our job as attorneys is to zealously represent you, is to
Hmm.
tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly, but it's also to tell the truth about what the evidence is, right?
Right.
So he said he did it, right? So I mean, and that's coming in as an opposing party statement, as a non-hearsay use, as a Fifth Amendment statement. He could have been silent, but he wasn't. He didn't know to be. So he said he did. So to present that as an issue in front of the jury would seem um like something we probably could spend that time doing something else. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they not running from that. I mean, it sounded like at first they wanted to do self-defense. You can't claim self-defense and not admit that you killed him. Now, did I murder him? No, because murder is a legal term and it has a
Right.
legal definition. Now,
But
was it a homicide that occurred? Yeah, but this wasn't murder. It was self-defense.
but
So,
my
Okay,
question
there
is
we go.
that all the other people that was like the dude that was putting the stuff in the trash can, then the other dude that was getting naked and took off his clothes and the shoes and all that, like what y'all think about that?
I think those are all valid questions for his defense lawyer and what he did with it. It's probably if we was his attorneys, it's probably legitimate questions we would have raised. I mean, we don't leave no stone unturned. So the blood with the medical records, with the autopsy, with the angle of the knife penetrating the chest, we would have went through all of that to see if it would all matched up. And if it didn't, then that's us raising some doubt for the jury.
Okay, salute to Haiti, man. Salute to Haiti for popping
All
out, man.
right.
Salute, gang. Salute. I hope they answered your question. Let me see. Toy, you in the building, Toy? Unmute your mic, Toy. There we go.
Can you hear me now?
We hear you, Toy. Talk to him, Toy.
Salute, Scott. Salute to the chat. Hey, y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. I got a question. Like, as somebody that I feel like I know the law, I get up here and be arguing with these people a lot about law terms and shit like that.
True.
I feel like with this case, this young man was railroaded, and a lot of people kept saying, "This is Collin County. What do you like? What do you expect? What do you expect?" Y'all two being two attorneys, like, how do you go into a situation where you know the jury, I mean, the people again are already, they already got their mind made up. Like, how do y'all fight against stuff like that with racism, basically, in the courtroom?
I go in prepared. I go in over prepared. I under promise and I overperform. I go in there prepared. I go in there and I put Karmelo on the stand. I don't care what evidence they got against Karmelo. I'm gonna overcome it. We're gonna look it right in the face, then we're gonna overcome it. Um, I'm subpoenaing the Metcalf boys. I'm subpoenaing them cheerleaders. I'm subpoenaing the coaches. I'm going at each one of them high schoolers like they a detective on the force. Somebody gonna crack.
Right.
Somebody gonna crack. All 21 of these people not finna tell the same story. I mean, the streets ain't like that. School ain't like that. Church ain't like that. You see what I'm saying? It ain't possible if you put in that work. So I'm coming in there and I'm throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks. See, the issue that our community has with this trial is that the lack of things that were done. If they would have did everything front to back, us as a black community, I think we would have still felt like 35 years was effed up, but would nobody be talking about these attorneys? You see what I'm
Right.
saying? I mean,
Right.
because one
Right. Right.
thing,
True.
one
True.
thing that's true, no matter what, is the time don't match the action. This wasn't no planned murder. This was a split
Right.
decision that had to be made,
There we
and
go.
don't nobody deserve 35 years for no split decision,
And let me
especially when it's their own safety on the line. Go ahead, Mike.
And my
and,
thing was they. Oh, go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
no, no, go ahead, Troy.
The thing with me is that I feel like he should have walked because they charged him with murder, but they didn't prove it. So if that's what y'all charged him with, then he should have walked. They didn't add the lesser until after closing arguments, and that was a red flag. Like, why you add that at the end after closing arguments? Now y'all adding the lesser of manslaughter. Now but
And you dead on because it's multiple ways to skin this cat. See, we just trying to get him home. So if we gotta in the middle of our murder trial, we gotta pivot to manslaughter. We gonna start pushing manslaughter. Okay. If they ain't buying our self-defense claim, we can't beat this murder. We gonna start pushing the manslaughter. Because guess what? He's probation eligible under manslaughter. So, like Drew saying, to answer your question, Toya, we gotta know the law better than them. We gotta know the facts and the evidence better than them. We just gotta be ultimately more prepared than the other side, going into the situation knowing where it's a away game and we outnumbered and the ref gonna be cheating. See, Drew is a competitor. Drew played D1 sports. So we put in hours of preparation, just like you preparing for a game. You practicing. You got to go work out. You got to go run. You got to go watch film. You got to get ready in multiple avenues for the game. And we put in that type of preparation. So, and I'm gonna be honest with you, Tori. When me and Drew walk in, they asked us, "Are we defendants?" They try to see our ball card. Over 30 years combined. They asked us, you know what I'm saying? We've been doing this over 30. They've seen us before. It's still
man, it is what it is.
You know what I'm saying? And then
Mr. Campbell, I want to ask you one question and I'm gonna drop down. Are you affiliated with Campbell and Son Bail Bonds?
No, I'm not.
Okay, I was gonna run down.
I want to see
this. Campbell Son.
So I do want to
he affiliated with Providence.
Hold on. Hey, Mike, hold on. Drew, hold on now. Drew, hold on, Drew. Toya, they are with Providence bail bond, man. So if y'all need to get bonded out, any family members, anybody, man, they will work with you. Providence bail bond, man. That number is 945-275-1896. You did. I'm gonna say it one more time. 945-275-1896. Providence bail bond, man. A lot of you cats in this chat need to be bonded out. Yeah, for sure.
Let's go. Let's go.
Too. So y'all check in with these boys, man. Providence.
I'm saved and faith sanctified and filled with the Holy Spirit. Them days is over.
That's why I'm gonna get her up out of here, right? There, she lying. That's why I'm gonna get her out of here. She capping, right? She capping. That shit. But then, now, I'm gonna keep y'all too much longer, but I want you to holler at my boy D Jones. D Jones, you in the building? D Jones, you in the building? D Jones.
You might be muted.
Yeah, what's up, Scott?
D Jones, talk to me, man. D Jones is law enforcement, man. It is D Jones. D Jones, what's good, man? Talk to the people, man. We got the not guilty boys in the building, man. Talk to them, fam.
No, I just wanted, the day right after that happened, you had me up here, and you was like, "Oh," and I told you the lawyers was just lazy. That was number one. They were lazy. They didn't pull out no tricks. There was no stops pulled. I never felt like this was unlawful. Right? This wasn't premeditated. He should have never been fighting a murder trial. It should have been a manslaughter trial at best. But it's Texas, right? Texas got hard perimeters. I worked more on the federal side than I ever worked on the local side, and I've had to deal with Texas a lot for their misuse of code and and law. So this was misuse of law. This was incorrect. He should have been fighting manslaughter. I don't understand why the lawyers didn't push manslaughter, even if the way we've always seen it. If we had to show our hand and say, okay, well, he did kill him, but he killed him unlawfully, and this is manslaughter. This is not murder. You have to just show that hand. That's kind of, y'all already answered my question. That's what I was going to ask y'all. Why wasn't that? Because I've seen it. I've been to hundreds of trials, and I've seen, sometimes they have to say, yeah, well, he did it, but this is why, right? So I don't understand why that wasn't used. And y'all kind of answered that.
This Officer Bones is that you could get it two ways. You could get it in the guilty and innocent side by asking for the lesser included offense to the jury charge. And you could also get it, even if they come back and find you guilty of murder, on the punishment side of the trial, you can still ask for them to find that he committed this murder out of the heat of passion or sudden passion, and still ask for manslaughter punishment on the punishment side to reduce that range of punishment from 5 to 99 to 2 to 20. And that's a big deal right there. You see what I'm saying? So it's multiple ways they could have argued manslaughter and heat of passion. But you're absolutely right.
Shout out to D Jones, man. Salute to my boy D Jones for popping out, man. He said y'all already answered this question for real, man. Worldwide, but I'm gonna take one or two more, gang. Worldwide Bullies, you in the building, fam? Worldwide Bullies, this your time to shine, my brother. This is it, my brother Rick. You in the building? Worldwide Bullies, you there?
What's good? What's good with your money? I just wanted to ask the fellas,
let's go.
If there was any kind of ethics violations on that jury situation, because I know that the guy asked the lawyer asked like, hey, you excluding all the black jurors, so what's the deal? Is that like some kind of ethics violation on their behalf?
Well, I think you're referring to the Batson challenge that was made. I believe the judge asked the prosecutor, why did he strike all of those black people? And they said because they were educators and they didn't want to, they didn't believe they can judge their own students or whatever the reason was. The solution to that would be, they would need to look at the entire jury pool, right? Because the jury fills out questionnaires and they tell you what they do for a living. That's a question that's often asked. And if there's if it's any white teachers, if it's any white cafeteria ladies, if it's any white superintendents, anybody that got ED on their email, okay, EDU on their email that's in the school system, I'm saying that was it was a pretext. And what a pretext means is you just gave the judge a bullshit answer because you wanted all the black people off the jury. But once they showed that there were more people in education that didn't get struck, that would prove that there was a racial bias behind it, if they answered your question.
Worldwide Bullies, that answer your question, fam?
He on mute again.
Worldwide Bullies, you hear me? I don't know if you at work or what, Worldwide Bullies, man. Can we hear from the females? Brianna, you in the building? Brianna, what we doing tonight?
She on mute.
Hey, I don't know. They trying to embarrass me tonight, man. They trying to embarrass me, bro. I told them don't do this, fast. Don't pull up, man. Yeah, man. But now we got the Not Guilty boys in the building, man. And so look, so y'all have a bail bond company, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do y'all work with the company? Is it y'all company? Like I see the phone number there, Providence Bail Bond. Is that somewhere that that we need to call, man? I'm in Dallas, man.
Sure.
Anytime I got a risk, I used to go to Best Bail Bond. You know what I mean? So you tell me I need to go to Providence Bail Bond.
For sure. Yeah. I do own Providence Bail Bonds. We've been doing the build out for 2 months. It's right there.
Don't let me get no trouble, Drew. Say, man. Don't let me get nothing. I'm calling you, bro. Yeah, I just say, man.
Yeah.
Man, come get me out, man.
For sure. Yeah, it's right there at Camp Wisdom in 67. Right by the mall, right across from Dallas Texas Can. So it ain't open yet. It's that old barbershop, but it'll be open in about a week and a half. We're doing everything by email right now.
Okay.
The final finish out, we're gonna cut the red ribbon, man, in about a week and a half.
Bro, y'all gotta invite me out, man. Y'all gotta invite me out, bro. I need to pull up, do a live stream with y'all, man. See y'all cut the ribbon, man, because I might need y'all. So I want to go ahead and get cool. I want to go ahead and, you know what I mean, meet the people in Providence because I might need y'all. I know this chat for sure. This chat for sure gonna need y'all. These niggas are here, man. Case after case after case. Let me see. Sean Williams. Hey, Sean Williams, you got a question?
Yes, sir. What's going on, fellas?
What's up,
good,
brother?
Man, cooler, man. All right, so quick question, man, because I really want to clarify this for everybody in the chat because this is like, it's useful information. Can y'all explain what proportionate force means in self-defense? Because a lot of people think it means equal force.
There we go. Good question. There we go.
I'm not sure if proportionate force is Texas law. I'm not sure if that's Texas law.
Right.
The only thing you have to have, the key word is reasonable, right? So the entire time that I'm in front of this jury and I'm building my case and I'm cross-examining witnesses and I'm bringing my own witnesses, I'm trying to show that he had a reasonable fear of serious bodily injury or death and that his action was reasonable. So it's about what he feared and it's also about what he knew about whoever the perpetrator was too. You see what I'm saying? That's why the Metcalf's previous violence comes into play, because if Carmelo was aware of it, he like, I ain't finna let you do me like that.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And that matters. That plays into his reasonableness and believing that he needed to defend himself.
Yes,
Hope
sir.
that was a good answer to your question. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely reasonableness, man. But I think proportionality is part of Texas law, though, regarding self-defense.
No, the two standards is either deadly force and non-deadly force per 9.31 and 9.32 of the code.
Okay.
So it really boils down to whether, and it's certain prongs that you have to meet to be considered reasonable, but one is presumed reasonable in his actions in self-defense as long as he meet these prongs. Number one, not committing a crime at the time he acted, not provoking it. Mm-hmm. See, they tried to say Karmelo provoked it.
By refusing to leave the tent.
No. They're trying to say Karmelo provoked it by saying, that's why all 21 of those students said that Karmelo said, touch me and see what happened, or something to that extent. Don't touch me or something, see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So that they use that, and in the jury charge, they put this provocation by difficulty in the jury charge, which is not in the Texas Penal Code. So that may be an appealable issue right there, because the jury charge has to track the code, and for sure, proportionate force that you're referring to is not in the code. It's just whether or not you meet these prongs, then you presume reasonable, and as long as your actions is reasonable, then you can argue self-defense. So that's how it works.
Okay. All right. So
now, Sean Williams, show me your team. Sue Sean Williams. I can't give you every. Sue to my guy Sean Williams, man. It's me. You got a question? It's me.
No, I'll just say this, man. Shout out to you, Skull, one of the coldest vloggers on this.
Come on, man. I've been doing this topic, man. Come on, bro.
Stop, bro. I've been doing it before. You feel me? But shout out to the two brothers on the panel, the two attorneys. Yeah. Let me say this. I just want to make a brief statement, pretty much. To people who facing cases, man, the biggest mistake we make is allowing attorneys to convince us not to get on the stand and testify and tell our part. If you are an innocent man, get your bitch ass on the stand. Fuck your attorney and what he talking about. I advise you not to. I got to tell my side of the story to win the hearts of the jurors. You got to go up there and play the part. If you even fucking guilty, get your bitch ass up on the mother.
All right, man. All right, bro. Look at that, bro.
I love the passion, man.
He sound like one of my kinfolk, so I ain't messed up either way.
I need him to talk to a couple of my clients.
Yeah, look. I'm gonna say this. We go hard over here, but I told them we got company tonight, man. We can't act like we usually act. I said, look,
good, bro.
Yeah, it's all good. We in the barbershop, man. It's
man. So I said, look, man, we talk crazy over here. But I said, tonight, man, come on, man. Let's keep it a little professional.
But to answer his question, for sure, and we tell the jury, he has the right not to testify. Y'all can't use that against him in y'all deliberation. But we all know human nature go kick in, and people want to know if you innocent, why you not gonna tell these people you innocent. So no, he's right. Man, you gotta make that decision yourself.
Nah, for sure, I agree.
Hey, if I'm gonna go down swinging my sword. I'm gonna get on the stand and tell my story.
But the real issue is, man, and it comes from talking it all. See, if you don't say nothing at all, you get to be more strategic on taking a stand or not. Mm-hmm. But now that you done said something, you kind of got to go up there and explain to these people what you meant by that.
Right.
Or they're going to come up with what they meant. I mean, come on, man. Touch me and see what happens, bro. It ain't no hood, no street, no corner, no block, no nothing where that is a threat, bro. That's not a threat. That's basically like, leave me the fuck alone. Like, I don't want. I'm sorry. But it's basically saying, bro, step off. Like, I ain't trying to play with you today. But hey, if you playing, we could play. And that's not a threat. You see what I'm saying? It's only a threat once you get north of George Bush.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that's the things you got to be thinking about when you are honorary and you don't want to be seen at the Walmart on Wheatland or whatever, and you got your kids all, in Plano, and you think that make you better. Okay, well, wait till the white folk get a hold of them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? At some point, it's going to be a crossroads where they picking yours or theirs. At some point.
At some point, I hope y'all hear what he's saying, man. That's real. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. Mimi, I'm about to bring you up. And I think that was me. I forgot who that was. Let me see. KJ.
What's good with it, Scope?
What's good? Turn your mic. Let me see. I control the mic. Hold on. Let me see. We turn you up a little bit more. KJ, talk to me, my brother. Talk to me, fam.
No, I just want well, shout out to you once again, putting on another masterclass on how to do YouTube properly. So
there we go.
Shout out to Scope.
There you go.
Now I just got a question for these guys. Do they think the witnesses were that testified on behalf of the prosecution, do they think that all the witnesses were railroading Karmelo? Because that's what we're hearing, that all 21 witnesses that were pretty much saying the same thing were coached into railroading Karmelo.
I think they were doing what they was told to do.
Absolutely.
It's a room. If you go in Collin County courts, you got the two doors that open up. You got a room to the left, a room to the right, and you got the court doors right there. Prosecutor be sitting in there telling them what to say, man. It's straight like that. It ain't and it's all in the game. You got to know how to combat that.
That's what I'm saying. Anything outside of that though, like outside of the normal game, do you think there's people are saying like they were paid off?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, bro. Like maybe they were, but I don't know that they were. But what I do know is that a Collin County prosecutor in my murder trial 2 months before was telling the witnesses what to say. I do know that. So I do know that they are totally capable, and that's something that they are willing to do. 100%.
So KJ, it's a possibility, brother.
It's a possibility. That's I just got to ask the professionals.
100%.
I don't be buying it when when the conspiracy theories are saying it. So if they can, because they in the courtroom, I got to take a little bit of heed to what they say and
come on, brother,
take their record into account. So I can, I got to ask. It's better than asking Queen 88 or Toya. You know what I mean? Don't think the same.
Yeah. Shout out to KJ, man. Hey, salute to KJ, man. They kind of, when KJ come up here, hey, KJ go against the grain. He gonna say, he gonna speak his mind. You feel me?
Right.
KJ is a Trump supporter. You know what I mean? And like I tell people, still, yeah. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, KJ is a Trump supporter. You gonna pull up and fight for Donald Trump and go in, but hey, on this platform, I do allow everybody to pull up and be who they are. You know what I mean? I don't care who you voted for, what you represent, man. Pull up. Let's open the conversation up. Let's chop it up, and that's how I treat everybody, man. It was. Let me see. I see some of y'all. Brianna, you there, Brianna?
Yes, I'm here. Can y'all hear me?
There she goes.
I hear you. We hear you, Brianna. There you go. We've been waiting on you, Brianna. There you go.
Perfect. Okay, Andrew and Michael, y'all should have got my resume like a couple of days ago. But my question is,
for the your resume.
We did get your resume.
Hey, here we go.
So
very impressive.
My question,
very impressive.
Oh, thank you. I know I hope to hear from y'all. But I came to ask, because I'm sure y'all see the court of public opinion. What do you think is like the biggest misconception or misunderstanding of, I guess, what we're seeing on social media versus the reality of like the law?
The biggest
you mean just me thinking of one in general or relating to the Karmelo case?
You're relating to the Karmelo case.
I see a lot of people in the comments saying that, he was, maybe that it was cool for him not to take the stand. I think that there's a misconception in our community, and they think that not talking to the police makes them look guilty. I think that's the misconception. Let me tell you, 17-1 in murder cases, roughly like 48-3 in trial, okay? I can tell you, I've never seen a jury, no matter how white or how black, I've never seen a jury hold it against a defendant for not talking to the police. Now, I have seen a jury hold it against a defendant for not testifying. I mean, everybody had. Y'all just saw that with Karmelo. But I think it's a big misconception. I think people really think like, dang, the prosecutor gonna be able to say that I didn't try to defend myself and whatever reason. But I can tell you, like, if you got lawyers that know the law and that let the jury know what they can and cannot consider, and they object when the prosecutor tries to elicit that through testimony, a jury's not gonna really hold that against you. It gives you the power to see what evidence they have against you before you put your narrative together. It gives you the power to basically control your own narrative. You know, and it really ain't nothing more important than that. If Karmelo could have controlled his own narrative, if Carmelo's attorneys could have controlled their own narrative, it would have been. I think it would have been a better turnout.
I think the
Yeah.
biggest misconception deals with the understanding of the self defense laws. I mean, Texas is
Yeah.
a stand your ground state.
Yeah.
He didn't have a duty to retreat. People say,
Okay,
well,
is Michael answering? If not, I have one more question.
You
yeah,
can't hear
He
me?
answering right now.
can you hear me?
No, I couldn't hear you. Okay.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
I don't think she can hear you for some. I think we can hear you, but sometimes
It's weird.
The people want to hear the answer, though. The people want to hear the answer.
Yeah. Hey, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead and explain it to her. Go ahead, explain.
But yeah, it's a misunderstanding of the law. Stand your ground, no duty to retreat. First of all, again, like Drew mentioned earlier, apparent danger is just as good as a real danger. So if somebody coming at you with a threatening manner and they reaching for their phone, but you thinking they reaching for that thing, you can kill them and claim self-defense. Another misconception. I don't have to wait till somebody, oh, he should have, you don't have to wait to be attacked. You can throw the first punch. You can throw that first punch. I can strike first and still claim self-defense. I think there's a lot of misconception about the self-defense laws that's being put out there in the public. I'm just here to clear that up because I think I'm a self-defense specialist.
Here we go, man. There we go. Now, Suta Brianna, I don't know if she heard anything you said, man. Suta Brianna, though, man, y'all gonna hire her or what? Brianna trying to get on. What Brianna, what we doing? Y'all going?
I'm just trying to intern. That's
What's your next question, Brianna?
We got about 7 murders coming up. Come on with it.
Come on, we got some work.
Nah, Suta Brianna, man, no, I'm actually finna get y'all. I got one more person I want to bring up real quick, man. And I actually want to, I want to wrap it up with y'all, man. I know y'all been here, man, but we gotta have y'all back because the crowd going crazy. You know what I mean? The chat, they rock with the not guilty boys, man. I tell you that right now. Let me see Cali Dre, you in the building, bro?
Cali Dre in the building. What's up, family?
Come on, what's good, bro?
Hey, listen, I appreciate you brothers, man, for coming up here and dropping all this wisdom and knowledge, man. It's much needed. Do you brothers work pro bono by any chance? Because I may have some legal issues that I need to, but my pockets ain't what they used to be. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, bro. Nah,
that ain't my real question. I'm just fucking with you. That ain't my real question. I'm just fucking with y'all. Check this out. Here's what I want to ask. 2 things, right? The speed of the trial was one thing that stood out to me. And then the second thing is about the actual verdict, right? Because when I read the verdict for that murder, it's all about intent. But Karmelo's sitting there for 5 or 6 minutes. He's not talking. He's not doing anything to anybody. So doesn't that prove that his intent wasn't to kill nobody or not to hurt nobody? You know what I'm saying? So can y'all speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, when it comes to your first question about whether or not, well, let's go to the intent question. I think it's very clear that he didn't intend to kill nobody.
Absolutely.
I don't think he went there that day to kill anybody. He didn't go to the track meet to kill anybody. That situation presented itself, and he was confronted by all these dudes surrounding him at this tent, and he had to make a split decision. In most self-defense cases, you have to make a split-second decision, and it's life or death.
The reason I ask is when I read both the laws, right? When I read the murder law, when I read the sudden passion law, it looks a lot more like sudden passion if you just reading the definitions than it does to the murder, because the murder is filled with intent language. You know what I mean? In my opinion.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. I didn't intend to kill him, but it just went overboard. It just happened so fast, and I didn't have time to cool off. It just all happened so fast. That's the manslaughter argument. You make both those arguments in this case. You make the self-defense argument and the manslaughter argument. And what was the first question?
The speed of the trial. That shit seemed real fast to me, brother. I mean, was it because the defense didn't call no witnesses, or have y'all ever seen a trial move like that in a murder case, bro? Because I haven't.
They had trial on Saturday. They had trial.
If we go to trial, we going to trial. They hate going to trial with the not guilty boys. Because I'm a subpoena. If you give me a witness list of 200 people, I'm a subpoena all 200 of them.
Everybody.
And everybody needs to show up to court and get sworn in, because I may or may not call them. And you know what? If we go to trial, I don't let them rush me, because my client life is on the line. So while you worry about getting to your golf tournament, while you worry about getting home to your wife, I got to worry about my client going home for the rest of his life. So I won't let them speed me along. Working on the Saturday, that's unheard of. First of all, the case
unheard of.
And he did it at the most inappropriate time for the defense. He did it when it was their case in chief. So while the jury getting up, driving up the court, dreading that they have to be there that day, it's me. Now the ball is in my court. So now they looking at me as I ask my questions and present my case. Like I'm the one holding you up here when it was the judge that brought y'all up here on a Saturday. Absolutely not. Look, I go to church on Saturdays. My family need me on Saturdays. I ain't coming on Saturdays. Your Honor.
No, I appreciate y'all perspective on that. Thank you, brothers, man. I appreciate it.
Salute, man. Salute, Jalen. Salute, man. And what I'm going to say, these are the last, so I'm going to take this to two ladies. Auntie, you in the building?
Hey, Sco. Hey, not guilty boys. How y'all doing? I'm sorry, man.
How are you?
Okay, so my question is, and I'm concerned about this because what happened to Hunter's confession that his brother gave picked up his bag and gave it to him. How he gave it to him, I don't know. But when people are walking around saying that it was intentional, it was his intent to unalive Hunter, Karmelo would not have had the bag, his backpack, had not Hunter picked it up. Am I right?
Look, I mean, you may be right, but we'll never know. You want to know why? Because they didn't even subpoena Hunter. They didn't even get him on the stand. You supposed to get that boy front and center in front of all 12 of them jurors and cross-examine him.
Because he has confessed twice. He has confessed to his brother being the aggressor twice.
All I would have did is play his news interviews. I'd have sat him up there. I'd have authenticated the news interviews, got him in the evidence, and then he could get his popcorn out after that. I'd have just played it for the jury.
Right. And isn't that odd that they did not, the defense did not play it? Did the judge deny it, or did he just not play it?
That's what we got to learn when these transcripts come out. Okay. We got to learn that, did the judge make a ruling against it? But either way, he could not have denied Hunter coming to the stand as a witness. He was an eyewitness to the situation. So Hunter for sure could get on the stand if we call him. Did the defense call him? I don't know.
Okay, and there's multiple paths to cross-examining him. Just because the state didn't call him on direct doesn't mean you can't cross-examine him. What a seasoned attorney would do is then you would call him on direct. Well, you can't ask leading questions to somebody that you caught on direct, right? Well, until they show in front of the jury through their answers that they're on the other team's side. So as soon as he got the answer, like he was the state's witness, judges this time, I would like to the record to label this witness as a hostile witness. May I begin my cross-examination? Yes, you may. Bada bing, bada boom. Now you've called this person yourself, and you get to cross-examine them yourself. But that's what I'm saying. It's so many avenues to executing in this situation that weren't taken. It's just no excuse for it.
Right. Thank you, Scott, for letting me. Y'all have a good evening.
Salute to Auntie Fee, man. Salute to Auntie Fee. Chrissy, you in the bit Classy. Miss Classy, my bad. Miss Classy, you in the building?
Yes. Hi, gentlemen. Thank you for having me. I have a couple questions, please.
Let's see how many we can get through, Miss Classy. Yeah.
Okay, so real quick. Okay, so with the new surveillance coming out showing that, and also the witnesses that saw the surveillance prior to the trial, they all kind of testified the same, saying that it did look that to be that Karmelo was assaulted by more than one person. And that's what it looks like in the video. So wouldn't the Texas multiple assailant doctrine fall into place at that point?
Absolutely. Shout out to my sister, Carnisha Campbell. She's been inspired by this now to go to law school. And she want to be a lawyer like me and Drew now. But in the midst of that, she brought that up. And you guys are dead right. He can be held liable for the actions of Hunter. And but Hunter said Austin grabbed the bag. See, that's why you need a seasoned lawyer. You grab my bag. Now you may try to rob me.
You trying to rob me? Come on, man.
This is defensive. I have a right to defend my property too. So defensive property come into play. I don't know what you're doing. All I know, I'm perceiving that you said you're attacking me and I need to defend myself. So yeah, I think them surrounding him, we would have highlighted that at trial and said, hey, he didn't know what they was going to do. All he know that he was in threat of imminent danger. He needed to defend himself.
So that would mean that, like with the Texas Penal Code, I think it's 9.3 if I'm not mistaken, but that would mean that everybody else, because someone died, would be responsible for Austin's death, not Karmelo. With the multi-assailant doctrine.
Well, what that will mean is that I don't think everyone else, but maybe those group of people who was in that crowd that first confronted Karmelo, they could have been held liable to some extent.
Because I think it's the law of parties.
Yeah, the law of parties.
Parties, yep.
Yeah, it applies.
Okay, yeah, Miss Classy. I see you. I see you on your yeah, you on your grind, Miss Classy.
Yes, because I'm like, I've been doing a lot of research because I just want him to be free. And then also I saw something where they was talking about his wound, Austin's wound, and the size of it seemed like force. So wouldn't that, considering Karmelo was sitting down the whole time, he's only 5'9", 130 pounds. Austin was 6 foot, 200 and some pounds. There's no way that type of force could have been implemented by Karmelo sitting down, reaching his chest. So wouldn't that say that during Austin launching toward him and assaulting him, or somebody attacking him, that's how that happened? And he basically, the force was caused by himself. It was like self-inflicted.
And see,
because there's no way Karmelo would have been able to put that much force sitting down with someone that did.
Sorry, Miss Classy, but that's where his defense dropped the ball, because he didn't put up any medical experts that could explain that. He didn't put up any mitigation experts who could have maybe did a reconstruction of the scene and what actually occurred. But putting up experts to help explain that to the jury is where the defense dropped the ball by not doing so. But yeah, absolutely, those are arguments that help raise doubt. See, our job is just to raise reasonable doubt. We ain't got to prove or disprove the case. We just got to raise doubt. And them experts would have helped that theory get pushed along to the jury.
Salute to Classy, man. Salute to Miss Classy for pulling up, man. Shout out to Miss Classy, man. Lakeisha, you in the building?
I am. Hi, guys.
And we know. And I want to say shout out to you, gang. We see you on YouTube doing your thing. You know what I mean? You really been working. You know, I see you. You really been working.
Be an attorney after this case. Like I'm
you're doing your thing on YouTube. You know what I mean? You most definitely been working that thing, man. Trust me, I peep over there and look at what you're doing every now and then to see what's going on with this thing. See if I, you know what I mean? So salute to you for sure, gang. You doing your thing.
Okay, so I have a question and I want to know what you guys think. Now, the attorney had made a statement to TMZ, and I don't know if you guys saw it, but somebody actually sent it to me. And some of the things he stated was he believed that Karmelo had sympathy and that he believed that Karmelo was sorry, which I'm like, what kind of attorney says you believe? Then he went on to say that he felt like Karmelo felt as if he was acting in self-defense. And I'm just like, these words just does not sound right. So I'm just wondering, I'm like, why would an attorney, I mean, he did not speak as if he were speaking up for his client, but to say he believed. And I'm just like, this doesn't make sense. But then he was asked, and then the attorney says, but then Karmelo never took the stand, so we don't really know. And I'm just like, what? So then he was asked, well, did you tell him not to take the stand? And then he goes, well, I can't talk about that because that's attorney-client privilege. And I'm just like, what? What do you guys think?
Well, let's take the gloves off. I'm gonna let Drew get this and go. This got to be the last one. But
let's go. Yeah.
Let's take the gloves off.
The last one. It's the last. Yeah. Y'all go crazy. Go crazy.
I got reliable information that, and Mike Howard, if he said that to TMZ that it was up to Karmelo, and he tried to make it seem like as if Karmelo made that decision not to testify, he's damn lying.
I spoke to the pastor. I know. I know.
Supposedly there was some messages, some internet search that would have been damning to Karmelo if he testified. I don't care if he looked up how to use a knife. I don't care if there's any text messages there. We gonna put him on the stand. We gonna overcome all of that. how to use a knife ain't got nothing to do with whether or not he needs to defend himself April 2nd at that field. So as a thorough defense lawyer, I'm not worried about what the state is throwing at the wall, hoping it stick. I'm more concerned about putting my client on the stand so he could tell why he felt he was in fear. So these people can see his persona and see that he's a good kid. And so they could be leaning on him because he's a child that made a mistake. But Mike Howard, he's a joke. That's what I think about it.
Okay.
Gloves off.
Well, here's the deal. Here's what I think about what you said. I can't tell anybody what to believe, right? But I can tell you how to present your case. You better present it like you believe it. Okay. We 17-1 in murder cases. I would say at least 8 or 9 of those are trials. I could tell you each one of those trials, right? We speak to the jury after. Right? As a matter of fact, after our last trial, the first trial we lost, where we still only got him 15 on the murder, I was so pissed off at the jury and the decision they made. But we still went to go speak to them because we are students of our craft, right? And we want to. You need that criticism. You need to be able to know what to do with it. You need to know, to take it and improve. Well, one thing that the jurors always tell us is, Mr. Wilkerson, Mr. Campbell, we believed you. We believed you. You see what I'm saying? And the more I hear about how his lawyer presented his case, he just simply didn't believe it.
Right.
He didn't believe it. And let me tell you, the jury not going to even think about believing it unless you believe it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I mean, I bet they believed in white folks when they stood up there and said, he's in your community, at your schools, where your kids are supposed to be safe, walking around with a knife, and he's indifferent to human life. I bet the DA sounded real believable when he said that. So you can't get up in your closing and tell people, I don't know what the correct verdict is. MF, is you for real?
Right.
You done did all this work and you don't know what the verdict is? I'm telling you what the verdict. And you asked me this on your show too. But I think, but all that was part of me believing my case. I'm not trying to guide you to the not guilty box. If I could, I would click the pen, put it in your hand, and I'll check the box for you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you, this is what you have to do as your duty as a juror. And that makes people know that I truly believe this because I'm holding you to your duty as a juror and your obligation to uphold the law. So my point is whatever happened in the courtroom, it seems that the same result comes about in showing that it just seemed like you just didn't believe in your plan. I don't know what it is you didn't believe in. You didn't believe in your client's side of the story. You didn't believe in your plan. You didn't believe in, I don't know what it is, but he wasn't convinced in his own case.
Right.
In my opinion.
But even in that, he's lying because I spoke to the pastor, their pastor yesterday, and then I spoke to him again today. The pastor said that he told them, you should put him on the stand. He said that the family, mom and dad, told him that pretty much they were not going to do it because the attorney told them not to. So I'm just like, this man is going around here lying.
And damn that attorney-client privilege stuff, man. At this point, you ought to feel like you got some explaining to do. And people are asking what happened with him testifying. You kind of owe us that. Like, I mean, I understand the whole, but these are valid questions, And if it was part of your plan and it was a tactical, move that you made, just say that.
Just say it.
I mean, the man got 35. You can stand on your decision.
Right.
You told the man not to testify, but it sounds a little bit more like you just wasn't prepared for that.
Yeah.
Or
didn't care enough. You feel
Right.
me? Yeah. Or just didn't care enough, man.
And he never showed them alleged text message to Karmelo and his family either. So
exactly.
He never showed it to him.
Man, hey, look, it's a lot going on the Karmelo Anthony situation, man. The dream team is on the case now, man. I think we all, pray for the best, man. I think we all feel like that sentence he got, man, was, was ridiculous, man. Shout out to Keisha for pulling up, man. I think we all think that was ridiculous, man. Salute to you boys, man. You feel me? For you still there? Keisha, you still there?
I'm trying to remove myself. My bad.
Okay, I got you, gang. Now, salute to you for pulling up, gang. Salute, man. Salute, gang. Pull up anytime. salute to her. She doing a thing with the Carmelo Anthony situation, man. Hey, look, make sure y'all, call Wilkerson and Campbell, man. Let me get the phone number out, man, for Wilkerson and Campbell, man, in case y'all need, man, some attorneys, man. They not guilty boys, man. That's going to be 844-849-9789. If y'all trying to get in contact with the not guilty boys, y'all got a homie that needs some help. You need some help. Somebody in your family, a close friend in some trouble, man, call the not guilty boys, man. Hey, look, I appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. You feel me? Look, hey, if y'all need
Appreciate
a third,
it, brother.
hey, look, if y'all ever need a third not guilty boy fan, y'all can always get something there. I got a briefcase. I got a brand new trench coat. I got a brand new briefcase. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to hit the courtroom. Like, man, nigga, please. You ain't finna read
it.
Nah.
You good, Sco.
Hey, tell them, man. Where can people find you?
Yeah, Not Guilty Boys. You got a lot of informative, educational information on there, like what to do if you ever encounter the police, what to do if you ever get a jury summons, what to say and not say if you ever call the court. We got a lot of good information on our podcast, Not Guilty Boys. It's on YouTube. It's on all your other platforms where you can find your podcast. Just continue to, keep us lifted, man, as we fight this justice battle.
Talk to me, Drew.
Hey, man, I was elated to be here, man. I love to come back. You've been doing big things, man. I didn't check you out before, Sco. Just good to see a brother just succeeding out here, man, doing something positive, man, for the community and connecting, brother. But we just here for ours, man. We just here for ours. We need y'all to know y'all's rights. We need y'all to be confident out here whenever y'all having these encounters with the police officers. And we need y'all to be confident that there are some Black attorneys out there that can really represent you to the fullest extent. Right? So, shout out to all your supporters, man. Y'all like and subscribe. Go follow us on IG. And I'll see you next time, man. This was a good show.
Hey, shout out to my boy Mike Campbell, man. Drew Wilkerson, man. The Not Guilty Boys. Y'all go follow them on everything, man. Salute, y'all. Salute, man. Salute to them, man. Shout out to my boy Trip, too, man. Salute to Trip, man.
What up, Trip?
Yeah, salute to Trip, man. Salute, gang. Shout out to the Not Guilty Boys, man. It is. Let me see. Let me. All right, here we go, gang. Salute, man. Them boys pulled up, man. Shout out to my guy Trip, man. Everybody put this together, man. Dope episode, gang. Dope episode. Y'all was cool too, man. Y'all was cool, man. Shout out to the chat. Y'all did y'all thing tonight, man. Y'all really didn't embarrass me like that. Y'all went crazy. Shout out to everybody that asked questions, man. I tried to get everything in. I couldn't get everything in there, man. I tried. Salute to my boy Marlon for that cash app, man. Shout out to Marlon for that cash app. Salute to everybody that donated to the platform. Shout out to T-Slap for the cash app. Cheryl for the cash app. Salute to everybody that donated, man. Dope show tonight, though, gang. Dope show tonight, man. Y'all know I can't wait to put that gas in the air. I was on my best behavior tonight. We had professionals in the building, man. Yeah, them brothers are professional. Man, them brothers are providing, put no gas in the air, nothing tonight, man. We kept it cool, kept it clean. But the main thing was we broke down a lot of these different, rumors and theories and things that we want to know about the Carmelo Anthony appeal coming up, man. And they say, they feel like the boy got a good chance in the appeal, man. I do think we will see Carmelo Anthony sentence get reduced from, from murder to maybe, negligent homicide, maybe sudden passion, maybe manslaughter. I do believe it will be, I think 35 years is not his final fate, man. I do believe we might see it. I mean, I'm going to say this, gang. At this point, even 20 years for him is a blessing. If they come back and say, man, from 35, we'll drop it down to this and give him 2015, that's a blessing, man. For the boy to go do 7-8 years in the pen, because we got to admit that, you broke them. When you did what you did, bro, something was going to happen. They wouldn't just let you walk out that courtroom scot-free. That wasn't happening. But if they can reduce your sentence because of the circumstances, man, I think Carmelo got a chance, gang. I think Carmelo got a chance. I'm not going to lie to you. I think he got a chance. I'm not saying he walking out scot-free. I'm not saying that. I don't think the new dream team is going there to give him the walk scot-free. I believe they're going to try to get his sentence reduced, and Carmelo, he might end up doing some shorter time, man. You know what I mean? 'Cause 35 years is a lot of time for a young kid that, was being picked on, made a bad mistake. You know what I mean? Pulling that blade out changed the game. But at the same time, Carmelo ain't no damn killer, and we all know that, man. Salute to everybody in the building. Let me see what's going on, man. Oh, the Not Guilty Boys leaving. Y'all start dipping, huh? Oh, that's how it is. Oh, okay. Okay, now salute to everybody. Not Guilty Boys leave. Y'all leave with them. Shout out to the Not Guilty Boys, man. Salute to the body. I gotta bring them back on the show too, man. We want to get to the bottom of something for real. Talk about a real situation, especially this Carmelo Anthony situation. When that appeal come back up, when it's closer, when things start moving, we bringing the Not Guilty Boys back, man. We gotta bring them back, man. Salute to them boys, man. Shout out to the whole DFW, man. Salute to everybody in the building, y'all. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody that donated tonight, gang. It's most definitely Skull Gang, a no gang, a don't bang. Remember, we don't break the news. We just break the news down. Shout out to Keisha for pulling up at the end too, man. Shout out to she doing her thing on YouTube, man. She going crazy with the Carmelo Anthony's, just putting out the information and keeping everybody up with the latest news in it. Shout out to the Not Guilty Boys. They doing their thing. Shout out to Willie D Live too, man. It's a lot of people. This Carmelo Anthony sector is going crazy. Yeah. Shout out to the whole Carmelo Anthony sector, man. Salute to everybody in the building, y'all. We'll be back tomorrow night, though. We got other stories to break down tomorrow. We going crazy. We putting that Reggie in the air. Yeah, I mean, back to regular scheduling programming. We going crazy tomorrow night about something. But tonight, shout out to everybody that popped out, man. Shout out to everybody that hit the goddamn pound tonight, man. Salute to everybody, y'all. It's Big Skull Gang and no gang and don't bang. Remember, we don't break the news. We just break the news down. Salute to my chat. Everybody that donated, everybody that asked questions all night. Can't do this without y'all, man. Till next time, man. It's your boy Skull, and I'm gone, gang. Salute to everybody in the building.
To the whole gang, man. To the whole gang. I see y'all in the building, man.
Yeah, it's your boy Just Ain't No Skull. We don't break the news. We just break the news down.
It's most definitely Skull Gang and no gang and don't bang. Hey, we're gonna stay real over here, man. Big Skull Gang. Salute to everybody watching this video. Make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. I do live streams all the time.